What's up YouTube? This is Santos here representing Neo Overlay Network, and I'm here to show you a deck profile or idea. It's Block Dragon Burning Abyss, and it's a 60 card deck. I've been running it and testing it out. It's just for fun. It's half and half. I mean, you could play it and sometimes you'll win and sometimes you won't win, but you'll see what I run and you'll see why sometimes online people aren't really expecting what I'm running, and it's pretty fun deck. I can't complain for what it is. I just like the fact they're just different monsters, all level 3. So it's gonna be a pretty long deck discussion or explanation. And here you go. So I run 2 tour guides from the underworld. Obviously, when she's normal summon, you could special summon a level 3 fiend, which you really use. You know, not these guys, but I run the Burning Abyss engine, so one of each. And this is Fable, was it Marbanchie, of the Burning Abyss. They all have their abilities when you control, or if you have no spell on traps, you can special summon them from your hand. And each other card will have a different ability. Like for Farfa, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you could target one monster on the field, banish it until end of phase. Libic, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one level 3 Dark Fiend type monster from your hand, but negates the effect. Graph lets you, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Burning Abyss monster from your deck, except him. And Seer, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you could target one Burning Abyss monster in your graveyard, except him. And one thing you gotta keep in mind is that if you control something else other than Burning Abyss, they get destroyed, so gotta watch that. And I run 4 just for like their little unique uses. I run 1 Fiendish Rhino Warrior. If he's sent to the graveyard, you could send a level 3, I think, Fiend. Send 1 Fiend type monster from your deck to the graveyard. And so you usually use Tour Guide to special summon him, and then you'll bring out link away to Cherubini. And yeah, and for the Fiend package, I run 1 more Edge and Saber. When this is in the graveyard, you can return 1 card from your hand to the top of the deck and special summon him. Just a quick level 3. I run 1 Dockscaper because when he's banished, he lets you special summon him again. And because we run the Block Dragons, the 3 Block Dragons, we want more, like, obviously Earth monsters in your graveyard, and we run the Gigantes. So when you can special summon him by banishing 3 Earth monsters from your field, let me check that out, and graveyard, from your hand or graveyard actually. And if it's sent to the graveyard, you could add rock monsters equal to his level, so he's a level 8, and you will probably get Gigantes and the Fossil Dino of your deck. Yeah. So he does come up because it is Burning Abyss Block Dragon. So 1 final Fossil Dino. You'll be using him when you pretty much Saryuja and lets you special summon him, and that's if you do add it to your hand. But because it is a 60 card deck, right now I'm running 1, but I think you need more so you can see him more often. Yeah, and obviously when he's when he's just summoned, he can't. Neither player can special summon when this card. Or special summon monsters on the field. Just check that out. Neither player can special summon monsters yet in the beginning, so you'll try to end your turn by special summoning him. So the 3 Gigantes, he's just here for extender, or actually 2. He lets you, you can't normal summon him, but you got to special summon by banishing an Earth in your graveyard. So yeah, we try to have a lot of Earths in this deck. So I run 1 Crusadia Leonidas or Leonis. He's just here for name, another level 3 Earth. And when you link climb or when you link summon, you can special summon him to a zone they point to. So just another level 3. I run 3 Gallus the Star Beast. He comes up he's special summon when you have this guy in your hand. You can reveal him and send. And then send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. Then if it was a monster, inflict damage to your opponent is equal to its level times 200 and special summon this card. And he's not a hard once per turn. So yeah, and he's just a level 3 Earth. I run another Crusadia, Reclusia, same thing. He's just here for level 3, and it's easy to just summon him when you have a Link monster. I run 2 Mathematicians because when he's still Earth and level 3, and when he's normal summon, you could send a level 4 lower monster to the graveyard. And yeah, you'll send like your Fiendish Rhino or some other stuff that recur. And I run 1 Giant Rex because he's still on Earth, and when you banish him, he could be special summon, and yeah, that's pretty much why. And 1 Defrag Dragon because I like the fact that you could send a monster to your to the graveyard by sending 1 other monster in your hand to the graveyard, and just a level 3 just to extend. Same thing with Gigasaurus. You'll wish you're going first, or like in the first turn, because you can special summon him from your hand, but your opponent has to also has to special summon a monster from their graveyard. So I mean, he comes up here and there. And Psychic Wielder and Psychic Tracer, they're just here. Also level 3 Earth. If you control another monster other than them, a level 3 monster, you could just special one of them out. So yeah, they're just here for Earth, level 3. And I do run Psychic Teleport, so that's why I run them. And then 1 Recover because it's an Earth tuner. Another recommendation you could use is Adhara, the Tenyi Earth tuner. He's a level 1, and it's good. It's because it's just a level 1 Earth tuner. So yeah, so instead of Recover, you could use Tenyi. And I run 1 Orbital Hydrant Lander because he's easy to special summon. He's a level 8 machine. When you have 5 monsters with different names, you can special summon him. And quick effect, he has that you can send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard, destroy 1 card on the field. And you must have 2 monsters with different names just to use this effect. But he's just here because sometimes you will have Gizmek Orochi in your graveyard, and they're 2 level 8s. And same thing with Block Dragon, he's a level 8. So I do go into Dingirsu mostly because you'll see my extra deck. It's a lot of different monsters, but that's pretty much why he's level 8. And Gizmek Orochi, quick effect, you could just send the 8 top cards of your deck face down and special summon him, and it's a quick effect. So you can keep on doing that because you have a 60 card brick, so that doesn't really hurt you that much. So I run 1 Scrap Recycler, level 3. When he's normal summon, you can send a machine to the graveyard, and you'll obviously send it Gizmek Orochi. And we'll make a Phantom Beast O-Line. Same thing, when you send to the graveyard, he throws a what's called a level 3 tuner. Token. And I run 3 Jet Synchrons because I do run that combo of, when you normal summon him, you go to Link Kuriboh, and then his shenanigans. And yeah, he's just here because I do go into that. So I run 2 Destin Hero Malicious. He's just Fabled Soul, so I could go into Beatrice. When he's in the graveyard, obviously banish him to special summon him again. Different one from your deck. And he's here. If this card is sent to your graveyard, you can send 2 cards except from your hand and special summon him. So he's just level 6, and yeah, he's a Fiend. But those 2 warriors, and for the warriors, I run 1 Jump Forward because if you control no monsters, you can special summon him. And I run 1 Mercury Captain because he's also a level 3 Earth, and I just want to have quite a few Earths, so you could use Block Dragon's effect or Gigante's effect. So they're just here for level 3s. And I run the 1 Danger, 1 Chuchinoko, the Danger Nessie. So they're self-explanatory. So when you have them in your hand, you can reveal them and let your opponent discard one card from your hand. If it's not them, you special summon them, and they have their unique abilities, as everybody could know. The 3, and then I run 2 more Dangers. I just run the Thunderbird because he is at level 8, and sometimes you don't care if you're discarding a card from your hand or letting your opponent do that to you, because certain cards that I run do recur in the graveyard, so it's not that bad. And if they summon, you could get to draw, so there's that going. So for the hand traps, I run 3 Effect Veilers, and 3 Ash. Ash because it's generic, and also level 3s. And the new Girl Skirl will be better, or I don't know, because I do run that combo with Linkuriboh, so I just like the fact the new Moonlight and Chill is level 3 and has the same purpose as Effect Veiler. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But Effect Veiler is here because of the combo, the cheesy combo that you could do with Jet Synchron. And 3 Called by the Graves is just to ensure you don't get Ash, because this is a very vulnerable deck. It's just a fun deck that I like to run around here and there. And obviously I win half-half, so depending on what I'm playing, if they're going super competitive, like Eldritch or something, I don't know, like obviously I know for a fact I'm not gonna win, because it's yeah, I mean this deck is easily win by hand traps, so I mean like Nibiru, anything. But it is a fun deck when I get, you know, to combo or just to play it, just to play it. Alright, and I run 1 Imperial Order because you don't really run that much spells. I run Reinforcement of the Army, so I could get Junk Speeder, so you could just special summon him right away. Foolish Burial, so depending what you need. Yeah, just Foolish Burial, Sekka's Light, one of, because you don't have spells. So it lets you draw 2 cards and banish it. 1 Emergency Teleport, so I could just summon something out, a level 3, and a 1-for-1 because of the Dotscaper and the Recover. And I like the fact that you send a card to the graveyard. I mean, yeah, a monster to the graveyard, so has its purposes. So now for the extra deck, I run that 1 Link. I run the 1 Junk Linkuriboh for the purpose of the combo. I run 1 Cherubini. Because that's what you try to do. He just needs 2 level 3 monsters, and you can send a monster. When you summon, you can send a level 3 monster to the graveyard, and it gains the attack. And yeah, just to recur like certain level 3s that I have. Run the Kriston Hybrid Haliki Fibrex just for the combo, because you will use Linkuriboh and Jet Synchron, obviously, then link him away, then he will special summon the Effect Veiler, and then you will right away use the Effect Veiler in him to bring out Selene. And yeah, use that combo. Run the IP Masquerena, because you do have a few monsters out there, and just good, just because I run the Nightmare package or whatever. Just a easy 3 Nightmare package. I run the Selene, Curious the Lightsworn Dominion. He special summon when you have 3 monsters with the same attribute but different types. So he also lets you throw stuff in the graveyard, and that's what Burning Abyss Block Giant Tread does. Just throw stuff to the graveyard so they can recur from your graveyard to special summon them. And yeah, and I run the 1 Saryuja because he's just good when you have 4 monsters and to draw. I run the 1 Axis Toe Talker because, like I said, I could do that cheese combo, and they're not expecting it, you know. It's just funny. And I run 1 Mech Knight Crusadia because you will use IP and the Cherubini sometimes to make him during your opponent's turn. And for the XCs, I run the Beatrice. You could XC summon her by sending a Burning Abyss from your hand and a Dante in your field and overlay her. But because I run the you know, the Warrior package, they're level 6, so sometimes she comes up, but she's optional. I mean, sometimes find the use. And yeah, I run that 1 Dingirsu because he is a level 8. And the last 2, I run 1 Dante because he's not a Burning Abyss deck if you don't have at least him. And the 1 Livineer, the Sea Dragon, he just he special summons something from your banish zone to your field, and he's just a quick level 2, level 3. So yeah, this is a deck, you guys. It's a very long deck, big deck, and it's a fun deck nonetheless. And try it out. You see what you guys think. It's very fun. All right, you guys. Santos signing out.